Hello, I'm Tim Beck, and I'll be talking about Pastor W.B. Riley. A New York Times article from December 16th, 1923, entitled Deep Conflict Divides Protestantism, succinctly outlines the beliefs of the fundamentalist movement. They believed in a miraculously inspired Bible without error and authoritative throughout. They believed in a miraculously inspired virgin birth of Jesus. They believed in the substitutionary atonement of his death on the cross, and they believed in the bodily resurrection of Jesus. Lastly, they believed in his second coming. In the article, they talk much about William Jennings Bryan, but it also names William B. Riley as the second most important fundamentalist. Pastor Riley was a Baptist pastor of First Baptist Church in Minneapolis, although he was born in Indiana and raised in Kentucky. He was described as a tall, strikingly handsome man with a lionesque mane of white hair, resonant voice, and commanding presence, who upsets all notions of an evangelist. He's dressed like a prosperous banker, and when he stepped onto the platform, he looked more like a bank director about to address a meeting of the board of directors. He didn't rave, he didn't rant, he didn't wail, and he didn't weep. So the fundamentalist movement was organized in Minneapolis. Riley started the World's Christian Fundamentalist Association and the Anti-Evolution League of Minnesota. He claimed that the theory of evolution was speculative, lacked evidence, and caused society to stray from the scriptures. He did recognize microevolution, but he believed that macroevolution was an infidelity palmed off in the name of science. He traveled across the country debating evolutionists, and even in 1926, more than 5,000 people showed up to watch Riley speak. His speech was entitled, Evolution, Shall We Tolerate Its Teaching? He was also a friend of William Jennings Bryan, and he described William Jennings Bryan as the greatest and most godly layman that America had produced. He was also the one who convinced him to take the Scopes trial. In addition to all this, he started Northwestern Bible and Missionary Training School in 1902. It's now called Northwestern University. And I actually have a fairly close personal connection to this. It was just down the road from my high school in Roseville, Minnesota. Upon his death at 85 years old, he appointed then 28-year-old Billy Graham as the president of this college. Now, there is a darker side to Pastor Riley. As the modernists continue to gain ground in universities and schools, Riley chalked it up as a worldwide Jewish Bolshevik Darwinist conspiracy. And he saw that as all of those elements driving the Bible out of schools. This has led some to label him as an anti-Semite. But just as Martin Luther had been accused of the same, it does not diminish his contribution to the movement. In February 17th, 1915, an article titled Poison Truth was published in the Presbyterian South. Mr. Riley is quoted as saying, Men are easily deceived when hurtful heresies are so carefully mixed in with divine revolution, in which falsehood is hidden no more saves the man who devours it than does the luscious flesh of the full ripe peach, into which poison has been deftly injected. Save the man eating from poison and death. It is clear that in the modernist movement, Pastor Riley saw that poison, and he worked tirelessly to root it out. Thanks for the time. Appreciate it.